Here's Precalculus Concept Video 3B, Geometric Sequences. We're going to write the terms of a geometric sequence, and there's 3 boxes. So here's the first idea. It's an example. It says, write the first 4 terms of a geometric sequence with a first term of 6 and a common ratio of 1/3. So here's what we got to do. We got to set ourselves up for success. So here's the first term, here's the second term, here is the third term, and here is the fourth term, and so on and so forth. We were only asked to write the first 4 terms. It says that the very first term is 6. Okay, great, so I write that in. And the common ratio is 1/3. Okay, the common ratio is 1/3. So now remember that whenever I take this number here and I divide it by that number, I have to get 1/3. So let's take a sub 2 divided by the number 6, and it has to be 1/3. Okay, so I can just cross multiply if you want. So 3 times a sub 2 has to be worth 6. Therefore, dividing both sides by 3, I get that a sub 2 has to be a value of 2. Okay, so notice that if you just simply multiply this value by 1/3, well then again, I would get the number 2. So if I multiplied that by 1/3, I would then get 2/3. And if I multiplied that value by 1/3, then I would get a value of 2/9. If I multiplied that value by 1/3, then I don't have to actually get this next one because it only said get the first one, but then I would get 2/27, and it would keep going, so on and so forth, all the way down the line. So therefore, the first 4 terms of the sequence are 6, 2, 2/3, and 2/9. Box number 2 is an example. It says write the first 4 terms of the geometric sequence with the first term of 12 and a common ratio of 1/2. Okay, so again, we're going to set ourselves up for success. Here's the first term, here's the second term, here's the third term, and here is the fourth term. The very first term is given to us as a value of 12, and we want the ratio to be 1/2. So if I take half of this value, I would get 6. Half of that value would give me 3, and half of that value would give me 3/2. So let's check to make sure we did this correct. Pick any term that you want. 3 and divide it by the previous term. 3/6 is a common ratio of 1/2, and so we must have done it correctly. Okay, box number 3, this is a you try. It says write the first 4 terms of the geometric sequence. I gave you the very first term as a value of -2. I want the second term, the third term, and then the fourth term, and you know that the common ratio is -6. Hopefully you got the right answer, but if not, here we go. The very first term was given to us as -2. Then I multiplied by -6 to get a positive 12. Then I multiplied by -6 to get a -72. Then I multiplied by -6, and I got a positive 432.